So today I am doing a collab with Abby from Rooted in Rest and Jessica from the Waldock Way. And today we are doing a get to know me video. It's a collaboration. So first of all, be sure to check out Abby and Jessica's channels. They are in the description box below, and also the link for this collab is there too. So you might want to go check out that list and just kind of get to know some other homeschoolers. And so listen, I just briefly glanced at the first question on this list of questions. So we are going in cold. I have not decided how I'm going to answer either way. I've not thought about these questions, so this is me completely off the cuff. So are you guys ready? This is a get to know me. I'm not sure how many questions are here. We'll just kind of see how it goes. Ready? So the first question is coffee or tea? I'm only allowed to pick one. Oh, what do you do when you like both? Okay, so I do like my coffee, but if you see my tea drawer, I guess it's definitely, I'm gonna have to go tea, because I have like a million different types of tea in my tea drawer. Like the fact that I even have a tea drawer, I think says it all. Okay, so early bird or night owl? For sure, early bird. I am definitely an early bird. After 10 o'clock at night, no one wants to be around me. I get a little grouchy. And so, yeah, I do well in the morning. Okay, so paper planning or digital planning? For sure, paper planning. I have tried to go digital planning many times. It's never worked for me. I always give up, and I always am grabbing my paper and my pen, and I've got a million notebooks, and yes, paper all the way. Plan ahead or plan from behind? Plan ahead, definitely. I don't deal well with planning from behind, except for homeschool. When it comes to homeschooling, I do, and goodness, I can't remember what it is called, but basically I write down what we did instead of writing down what we're going to do. Now I have to say it goes completely against my nature to do this. I'm definitely a plan ahead person, like well in advance ahead. But I found that planning ahead for homeschool made me crazy, because things come up, and then, all of the plans that I wrote down end up getting shifted, or somebody just doesn't do as well with a lesson. And so we're extending that lesson out for a few days or even a week or two. And, yeah, there are a million reasons why you shouldn't plan ahead for homeschool. And so, so from that, I do plan from behind, but everything else is plan ahead, definitely. Okay, so one homeschool method or eclectic, because I have found with my kids, when we've gone to one homeschool method, there's one subject they don't like, there's one subject that they prefer from another curriculum, and so definitely eclectic. For us, we are not a box curriculum family. Okay, so homeschool hoarder or minimalist? This is a tough one for me, because I don't like to hang on to stuff, but at the same time, I feel the need to hang on to stuff, just to have records, just to be able, in case somebody ever came wanting to look at what we're doing, that I could give them what we're doing. So I guess I'm going to have to go with hoarder, but a hoarder that cleans out occasionally. I land somewhere in the middle. Crayons or markers? Markers, absolutely. We don't have crayons in our house at all. My kids have almost never liked crayons. They always went with colored pencils or markers over crayons. And I bought crayons for them a number of times, and they just really never got used that much. Whiteboard or chalkboard? Chalkboard, definitely. We don't have a whiteboard in our house. Chalkboard. Although I might prefer a whiteboard, but I don't know. They're harder to maintain. Games or puzzles? Well, we don't have any puzzles, but it's something that we're getting ready to do. It's something that we definitely want to do. But games, because you can, when you're done, you pick it up and put it away. A puzzle takes a lot, it takes longer to put together. So you have to have somewhere to store it while you're putting it together. But personally, if I had to choose which one I would rather do puzzles. So, except for that, again, you have to have somewhere to store it while you're getting it done. Screens or no screens? Oh, I'm gonna land somewhere in the middle. I'm gonna say it's gonna be somewhere. This is hard, because if you're not all the way one way or all the way the other, then it's hard. I'm gonna say I definitely am more on the side of no screens, but I see the value in screens. I myself love technology. I always have. We bought a Commodore 64 when I was 16 years old, and I learned it was DOS. I'm dating myself now because I'm sure that so many of you out there don't even remember when there wasn't Windows. I remember when there wasn't Windows yet. And so it was DOS, and we had to put codes in to access anything. And I had memorized all of those codes. I knew that computer frontwards and backwards. And it's like my mom said, it's almost like you were born for this. So computers have always been something I am terribly interested in. So I see the value in them. There's a lot of value in screens, but then there is a lot. It really is like a vortex. It just sucks you in, and it is something that my family definitely battles with. So when it comes to my children, I lean more no screens, although we can't go all the way there because we do live overseas. And so for many, many different reasons, we need to have them. So, okay, pajamas all the day or get dressed. Okay, definitely get dressed. We don't do pajama day in my house. Only just because I have found for myself, when I stay in my pajamas, I'm far less productive. And so that's not something we do in my house. So we get dressed, we get up and we get dressed. Okay, so read aloud or independent reading. Okay, so what do I prefer? I prefer read aloud. I really do, because it's very much, it's bonding. It's very bonding. Classic or modern literature? Classic literature, definitely. I struggle with modern literature because for many different reasons, I find that a lot of times modern literature tends to have a political bent, and I really struggle with that. Even modern takes on classics. We read a modern Hardy Days book to my boys, and I didn't realize it was modern when we started it, and it just started to get all political halfway through, and it really kind of ruined it for me, because I grew up on Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew, the Boxcar Children, and so no, I really, really, really struggle with modern literature, so we definitely go more classic in my home. Science or history? History all the way. I don't even have to think about that. Although I do have to say, the older I get, I gain a greater appreciation for science. But if you're going to get me excited about teaching, give me history. Art or music? Definitely music. Nature study or poetry tea time? Oh, nature study. I have no use for poetry. I'm sorry for all of you who like poetry. I have no use for it. I don't understand it. It's way too abstract for me. Somebody reads me a poem, and I can't wait till they get done. Sorry. I just don't like it. I don't like it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't enjoy it. It's not enjoyable for me at all. That's the one. Easy peasy every year starts out with poetry, and I can't wait until it gets done. I see the value in my children being exposed to poetry, so this year we decided not to skip it like we did last year. We just skipped right past the poetry. I'm not doing that this year, although I can't wait until it's done. Okay, lunch with your kids or lunch alone? Definitely lunch with my kids. And the reason being is that in the culture here, lunch is later in the day. So lunch and dinner here are reversed. Lunch happens later in the day, and it's the main meal. And then dinner is more like a bedtime snack. So we usually do a sort of a later breakfast, and then we have, we'll do an earlier breakfast and a snack. And then lunch happens between about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then dinner, what they call dinner, actually happens about 7:38 in our home. So definitely lunch together as a family as often as we can. School at the table or school all over the house? Well, it does happen all over the house. Primarily, it's For my younger son, it's at the table, but when he reads or does music or whatever, those are happening in other places around the house. Also, sometimes he needs to use the desktop computer. So my other son, he does school at his desk primarily, but you know, like he reads in his bed and that sort of thing. So I guess it does happen all over the house for us. We're going to go with that. Take summers off or school year round. Take summers off. I tried year-round homeschooling. I did a video on my former channel about that. It just did not work for us. I needed the break. I really did. Being a work-at-home mom, so I work from home. I work about 15 to 20 hours a week. I need a good couple of months to just rest my brain. And so doing smaller breaks throughout the year, it just doesn't work well for us and our personality and just the way that our home functions. So we're just going to do summers off from now on. Mummify a chicken or dissect a frog. Oh, really? Can I pick neither? Please. We tried to mummify a chicken. We actually didn't try to mummify a whole chicken. Oh my goodness. Meat is so expensive. No, there was no way that was happening. We tried to mummify a leg and thigh. That was expensive enough. Yeah, you know, life happened and we just forgot about it. We weren't keeping up with it. We may do that again when it comes back around, but dissecting a frog is never ever going to happen in this life or in the life that is to come. So those are the questions. So if you would like to join this collab, if you have a YouTube channel and would like to join this collab, then you know, just be sure to check out Abby from Rooted in Rest or Jessica from the Waldock Way, and they will point you in the right direction to know where to join this collab. And there are a list of collabs from now until June that you can join in so that you can join in the fun. So I hope that helped you to get to know me a little bit better. Be sure to like this video on your way out and, you know, follow me if this is the content that you enjoy. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.